Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're going to create some of these wiggly wavy line patterns in Adobe Illustrator. These are seamless repeats. They're really easy to make. We're going to start with a document 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels in size. I suggest that you use the exact same values as I am using. I'm going to zoom out quite a bit here because I'm going to use a brush that doesn't work particularly well, so I can show you how to solve that problem. I'm going to draw a really long line here, and then from the brushes palette I'm going to select the brush libraries. I'm going to artistic and I'm going to choose paintbrush. Now in these brushes, the brushes I've used before are this one, dry brush 4 and 5, and also dry brush 9. I'm going to use 9 because it is a little bit tricky to use. I'm going to explain to you why. So I've applied that to my line, and because I want bigger stripes in my pattern, I'm just going to increase the point size. Now what I want with this is plenty of line to work with. So I want about this much line in the document and about the same amount that is nice and thick the other side of the document. So this is looking pretty good right now. I'm going to choose Object, Expand Appearance. Now this is lots of different little pieces. If I open up the Layers palette, you'll see that my group containing my brushes, heaps and heaps of little pieces. Not ideal, so what I'm going to do is try and join them together. So firstly, I'll go to the Pathfinder palette, which you can get to by choosing Window Pathfinder, and click Unite to try and unite this together. Then I'm going to ungroup this group so I can get to the individual objects a bit more easily. This is the piece that I want. It's the sort of central piece to the line, and all these other little bits now that didn't stick together when I joined it together can just be deleted. So basically I want to end up with one line. It could be a compound path, it could just be a path, doesn't matter. They're pretty much the same thing for our purposes today. So now with this line, I'm going to position it sort of like this in the document, with about half of it over here and half of it over here. I'm going to select it. I'm going to choose Object, Transform, and then Move. I'm going to move it the 1000 pixels, that is the width of the document. I don't want any vertical movement at all, and I want the original plus this copy, so I'm just going to click Copy. Now with both of these selected, I'm just going to select over them. I'm going to the Pathfinder again, and I'm going to choose Unite. And that again will give me just one single line. You can see here this compound path. So now we need to make the stripes. Let me just clean this up. So I'm going to grab this line, hold the Alt key as I drag a duplicate away, and I'm going to move this. So I'm just going to move it across the document. Then I'm going to go and get another copy of the line, Alt drag, and move it in a different direction. Alt drag. Now at this point I'm going to see some sort of duplication of shape, so I'm going to flip this. Object, Transform, Reflect. I'm just going to reflect it over the horizontal, click OK. You'll note that I'm not changing the length of these lines. All I'm doing is sort of flipping them around and just trying for a different arrangement of them. You'll want 5 or 6 lines. Select over them and choose Object, Pattern, Make. Click OK. Now the Pattern Options dialog, I'm just going to grab that. First thing you're going to do is set the width to 1000, the amount of movement that you just performed. Now, not showing the tile edge right now, but you can see that these two lines are jammed together. The height is going to sort that out if we increase the height. At this point, you might see that some of your lines might need some work. Both these lines are selectable. Not happy with the two of them sitting so close together because the bumps were running into each other, so I'm just going to move this one across. If you're pretty happy with your design at this point, all you're going to do is click Done. Now, I want to grab these and use them again in a minute, so I'm just going to shrink everything down so that I can grab and move these out of the way easily. I'm going to create a rectangle the size of the artboard. Well, it's a square. My artboard is 1000 by 1000. Line this up on the artboard with the fill selected. Let's just fill it with our new pattern. At this point, we can scale the pattern by choosing Object, Transform, Scale. Don't want to transform my object, I want to transform my pattern. I'm using a uniform of 70% and click OK. And if we have a look in there, we won't see any seams in our pattern. This is a perfect, seamless, repeating, wavy line pattern. Let's go and grab these lines because I want to create this pattern now as a set of angled lines, diagonal lines. I'm going to select over all of these. I'm going to hold the Shift key as I rotate them round so that they're rotated 45 degrees. Reselect them, Object, Pattern, Make. Click OK. Now at this stage we need to bring these in a long way. It might help if you choose View and hide your artboards. Just seems to make things a little bit neater. So I'm going to start bringing these in. I'm holding the Shift key as I click the down arrow just to reduce that value. You could have just typed the number in there to test, but I'm just trying to space these out neatly. And then we're going to do the same with the height. What we're looking at here is making these lines intersect. Now it might be a bit easier to see the pattern if you set it to something like 9 by 9. And obviously we've got some work to do to put these in a position where we're getting this diagonal line pattern. I'm just looking for repeats. I'm seeing a repeat here and here, so that's going to be our pattern. I'm thinking this is looking really good. Very simple to make. Click Done. Let's grab these and just pop them out of the way. Let's go back to our shape. Just going to show my artboard again, just simply because it makes things a little bit easier. Let's select the shape and let's test our diagonal pattern. And again, that's going to scale nice and easily. And again, we're not going to see any join lines in the pattern. So there's a way of creating really nice, really interesting, uneven line patterns, not only vertical or horizontal. You can make vertical the same as you do horizontal. It's just that they'll be vertical instead of horizontal, or of course these diagonal patterns, which are, they look quite sophisticated. They look like they're difficult to make, but in actual fact, very, very simple. If you like carefully researched content like this, clearly presented in a step-by-step format so that you can get great results, then you'll love my Skillshare content. I'm a Skillshare top teacher. I have hundreds of short courses on Skillshare that you can access along with thousands of other great courses, all for the price of a single subscription. If you're interested, there's a Skillshare coupon for you in the description below to use to sign up. Using this coupon benefits me as a creator, and it helps me continue to make free content available here for you also on YouTube. Thank you for joining me for this video tutorial. On the screen now, you'll see a video that I've handpicked for you. If you enjoyed the video you've just watched, I know that you're going to really enjoy the one I've picked for you to watch next.